Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our next episode of Lobotomy 2 Manhunt, where we are playing through the first scenario in the campaign for this new edition of Lobotomy. This is Lobotomy 2. Now again, as I always like to start off these videos, particularly, is there's three things that are very important. One is that this game does deal with mental health issues and concerns. Your characters trying to flee an asylum and are perhaps very delusional and using your neuroses and delusions to fuel powers and abilities. And so if that's something that troubles you, please avoid this series. Now, the other part is this is a completely blind playthrough, and I played it entirely blind without even reading through the entire rules because the game is designed to do that. I wanted to test and see how well the game taught you to play as you play. So far, so good. I mean, there's a few bumps, there always are, but so far, so good. I'm appreciative of the way they designed it. And then lastly, we are pretty deep in it. We're 4 episodes in, and we are probably closing in toward the end of this episode, or the end of this series with this scenario. So we're going to dive right in. Now, once again, we have our characters, Ian McFellows, Joanna Justice, Brian Hotridge, and Harmony Bishop, and we are now hearing this horrible chant coming through the asylum as we're trying to escape. We know that these evil cultists are trying to stop us, but we're going to stop them first because Harmony got lucky in finding a weapon specifically suited to deal with these cultists. It was amazing that we drew that out of the weapons deck. So she's going to be a little holy terror right now as she rips through these cultists. However, there are other monsters, some of them worse than the cultists for us, so we're going to have to deal with them too. One thing we're going to do is we're going to start our new turn by moving the first player marker over to Joanna. Then, as always, in the beginning of a new turn, we're going to remove a time token from all of the abilities that are basically on cooldown currently. We have a few of them. So first off, I took this one off of Outburst, which is Ian McFellow's card. I am going to take one off of Harmony's Cold Water Therapy. That means it is now available again. And I'm taking one off of Stress Relief, Harmony's other ability, so that is now available again. And as I go through it, I believe that is those are the only ones. Ian's Outburst still has one more token to go on it, so another turn before he can use it again. And Brian Hotridge is full of insanity tokens and meds. He's ready to rock. He's going to take out some beasties, that is for sure. So let's dive right in. We've done that part now. Now we're going to get on to our players' turns. And we're going to start again with Joanna Justice. She's out in the middle of the hallway. She's the one that triggered the event that caused the cultists to come out. Now, I think she's going to have to go help Brian at this moment. This could get overwhelming for us because there's some monsters from the back that are still coming our way too. And, if we don't kill them, they're going to pile up on us as we spawn more. So we definitely want to continue moving along. And with Joanna going first, I think the first of her actions, we're running out of things to search for and things to do. There's no more treasures on the board, so it's just about getting this done. And we have to get it done before the big huntsman makes his way around, or we are going to be in trouble. So I think for her first action, she's going to move one. Oh, before I forget, I need to put a wound back on Brian Hotridge. He had one wound on him. I took it off when Harmony triggered her ability, but he was actually out of range, so I need to put that back. Second part of her move action will be to open this door. Now she can see in there. See, Brian's like, oh man, I'm glad you're here because we're about to get mobbed. So I think for her second action, she's going to go 1, 2. And man, I mean, the dogs are going to come through there anyway. Does she suck it up? The dog will get to her. It's the only one's going to get to her this turn, I think, right? The cultists, no, they move 2. Yeah, they still won't get to her. And then she can blast her way into the room. So I think we're fine there. Might as well open the door. It doesn't mean anything to the monsters. They'll come through it anyway, but at least then her and Brian can get through if need be. That is going to be actually her whole turn, so that wasn't very effective. Wait. No, this requires an action, so never mind. I thought we could throw a weapon, but we can't. She doesn't have this avoidant disorder. She can, for 3 times, use before a monster attacks to ignore it. We might do that. We'll see. She's set up to go. We just got to play this out and see how things go for her. We're in a good place here. Okay, That's it for her, though. Unfortunately, low turn. She didn't do that much. Didn't even collect any rubbish or junk or anything. So, next we are going to Brian. He is going to go... This could be an interesting turn for him. He does not have any ranged weapons. He does, however, have a lot of junk and stuff. So I'm looking through his stuff right now. He's got 2 meds. He's got 3 meds on his board still. He's getting closer to his quest. He's got a lot of stuff. I would love to upgrade this meat cleaver. Can I do it? I can. Check this out. So the meat cleaver can be upgraded, and he's got the he does not have the base ability he needs to upgrade it further, but he can get this first upgrade. Let's see what that does. I don't even know if I care. We'll have to see what the lips do. The lips say lifesteal. Ooh, damage dealt while attacking. Heals the attacker 1 for 1. I think we want to have the meat cleaver not only... We get a choice then of lightning bolts. We can either do the double damage or we can do lifesteal. I think we're going to build that. So for a second action, he's going to use his rope and glass to upgrade the meat cleaver to its next ability. So he's quickly in that room stitching it together with odds and ends to try and make sure that we have the ability to use its enhancements, and that is going to put a little up arrow token on that upgrade. Now his upgrade, that was his first action. Now he has a couple of things that don't require him. Lured by voices, draw a spawn card, blink to the next note. We don't want to do that. It's interesting, just not that useful. He just doesn't have any range attacks. Violent impulses, we can defend a little better. We're going to hang on to this one for sure. He does have the ability to retaliate on that. And we got this Mask of the Devil. Remember, we are wearing this, which means our health is actually at a 5 right now. So because he's got a damage too. And this takes it 3. So no, it's 4. He's at a 4 health right now. But we can tap it to reduce the time of a disorder by 1, and we can discard 2 to untap it. But we always get these 2 shields. That is pretty powerful. I think that is going to probably save him at some point. I just am not sure what to do next. I think for the next action, we're going to move here. That'll be 1. Now he can't keep moving. Do I want him to keep moving, or do I want to do something with Joanna? So she needs 3 random junk to upgrade the card, the double card, to get an extra green die and really become devastating. And I'm thinking, with our actions, find our action sheet here. We can do a trade action. We can exchange any number of items, weapons, and meds. That also includes junk, by the way. With the character. So I think he's going to stop there. That'll be action number 2. Action number 3, he's going to trade a couple of things off to Joanna so she can upgrade her card. Now she's got 2 pieces of junk, and it doesn't matter what kind of junk it is. So she just doesn't have enough. So he's going to trade her one of these wood pieces. He'll keep on his own because he probably could use it for something else. We'll see. He can use the junk to upgrade to untap the mask too. So he just gave her enough to upgrade this double gun, and then we'll continue on from there. That's going to be 3rd action. So not a lot of action for them. They're preparing for the onslaught. It's going to be rough. Okay, there are going to be some attacks, but Joanna can take it. Except, wait, it's going to attack the one with the least health. I think it doesn't matter. I think he'll just stay in the space with her. He can, we'll see how it plays out. He's probably going to get attacked at least by this dog. Then the other ones are going to move up, and he'll be able to holy hand grenade him. That's going to be fun. But that's going to be his turn too. Man, this round's going faster. Okay, so now we go on to Holly. So Ian McPhillips is over there wondering what Holly is rummaging through way over here. He's here trying to tell these guys they shall not pass, and Holly starts giggling like a crazy person and decides she's going to charge across the hall. So for her first action, both these doors are open. She's going 1, 2. right into the cultists. For her second action, she is going to attack the cultists. I'm going to get the dice bowl out here. Let's see if we can zero in a little closer. So we're going to get to do some damage here. Now she's got the Holy Cross, which is a wisdom item, which means she's going to have 3 green dice to attack with. And remember that on a lightning, if she didn't have it upgraded yet, but she does have this ability, which means the shields printed on the characters don't take any effect. So the cultists virtually have no defense. Now they do have 4 health, so she's still going to have to do some damage. But that's okay. I could have also done this cold water therapy, which I I could have done before I got in there. That might be worth doing. Like, I think if she can kill these two cultists, we're halfway through this part of the scenario. I think that's the way to do it. She's just rolling her dice. That's it. So if she can get 4 hits in one attack, it's dead. Let's see if she can do it. And she does. Look at that. She got 4 hits using the battle cross. And again, this ability means that those defenses printed on the cultist card. I'll read this to you again just so you can see what it does in case you're playing along and want to know what these abilities are for your own game. It says, the holy target loses all shields printed on this card. The target may still gain shields resulting from lightning bolt effects. So it doesn't have any defense at all. So we just killed an elite monster cultist. Just like that. That was super fast. Relatively happy with that. We killed a cultist, and that means because that is an elite monster, she is going to get a piece of junk. Let's see what she gets. I'm going to shuffle them around because I just put some back in. She got a piece of paper, red paper. Okay, Harmony, that was awesome. Now, let's do that again. For her third and final action, she's going to attack the other cultist there. If she can't do him in, Ian can, right? We'll hope. And let's see. Look at that. She got 3 and a lightning bolt. But a lightning bolt in this case, because this has not been upgraded yet, does nothing. So we got to do 3 damage to that cultist. It is still alive, unfortunately, which means Harmony is going to get attacked. But I think Ian can get to it and get this done before anything bad happens. So I'm going to take this token, I'm going to put it to the side because it represents one of our objectives, that insanity token. It doesn't go to Harmony, it means that was one of the marked cultists that we had to defeat. Okay, that was a good round for her. I'm trying to think if there's anything else she can do that might be helpful. Her cold water therapy, she doesn't have enough junk to get her angelic wings back, which would be nice. Maybe next turn. She does have the cold water therapy. She can do that for no action points, but I think it'd be wasteful. So I think she's going to hold on to it. I mean, it would then go back into a cooldown. I don't think we want to do that. So that's going to be the end of her turn. Next up, we have Ian McFellow. Well, Ian McFellow, he goes, man, that was cool what you just did, and you're going to do more of it. I'm going to help you out. So we are going to have him attack with his spell scroll. It is upgraded, so lightning bolts cost we only need to do 1 damage to it, but lightning bolts give us an extra hit, and we need to do 1 damage to this cultist. Now, he is using the scroll, so it can shoot up to 2 away. The cultist is 1 away, so for his first action, he's going to shoot. He got 2 and 3, so he got 3. He did not break through the defenses of the cultist. Is there anything else he can do? Can he do anything to enhance that? He cannot. That's rough. Okay, well, that was action number 1. The spell goes blasting by, does not go through his defenses. He blocks it with some arcane power. In the next one, he also blocks it, but it does give Ian a insanity token, so we're going to get that for him. That goes on his board. And last but not least, he's going to try again. Let's see if he can just get this cultist done. A 4. He succeeds this time because they have a defense of 3. He needed 1 more hit. He has killed this cultist. That's 2 of our cultists down in this objective. Of course, this is not meant to be that difficult of a scenario, so it's not that bad. But that does give him another a piece of junk for Ian to upgrade stuff with. That's pretty good. Okay, let's see what he gets here. He gets a piece of rope. Okay, so he's got some rope that he picked up off the dead cultist. Now that is the end of his turn. That was all 3 of his actions trying to take down that cultist. It was worth it. It was worth it. We'll see how that goes for him. He does have enough to do his fireball if he can get over and help the rest of the crew now. Though we are going to get attacked, make no mistake, because he was the last player. Joanna was next. So we're going to go into the monsters phase. And if you remember how that goes, we're going to first go with the hunt phase. You can see this track here. He goes boom, up 1 more. A little scary, but I'm not too worried about it. I think we're moving along at a pretty good clip. Then boss monsters, there aren't any on the board. Then basic and elite monsters are going to move. Let's do that. So we got this guy. He's going to be attacking Ian. You could kill Ian. It's possible. Not likely, but possible. Ian does have 3 of his 6 damage against him. And the dog is going to move in with Harmony right there. Up here, all these guys only move once. They're just going to move 1, 2, 3. We'll get them out of the way. And then this dog is going to move here. He will move here. These two fine fellows are going to move all the way up to here, and he'll move 1 to there as they all charge toward the good guys. Now we're going to spawn some new monsters, so hopefully we kill these cultists quickly. As soon as we kill them, we're going to move on to the next part. It says, after all cultists specially marked are in the scenario as scenario monsters have been defeated, go to S1. So hopefully we won't have any more of them come out. Let's see what we get. Oh, we are going. Now this has it says to do something. I got to read this if it's an event card. Starting now, when an event is drawn from the spawn deck, draw additional spawn cards until one with a colored spawn point indicates, if possible, spawn a cultist. Okay, so we're going to draw instead of what's on it, it's going to be a cultist. So it's going to be a cultist in the green spot. We have 2 choices. This has been drawn by Joanna, so I know where we're going to go with this. So this is not a cultist in the same sense. It's not one of the marked cultists, which is an important distinction. So this guy, though, this is Joanna here. That other spawn point's way over there. The other one's way up here, so it is going to spawn there. That was Joanna. Now we're going to Brian. What does Brian get? Reshuffle the deck. Okay. So we're going to take all the discards that we did. We're going to reshuffle them in. This is a bad marked moment for us, right? And we're going to shuffle that up. I'll just do that off screen, and then we'll cut and draw some more. Now, as I understand it, when you get a reshuffle on that, I'm going to look it up real quick in the rules, but I believe when you get a reshuffle, you do not have to have a monster. But let's just check that out. You get the actual rule book. We haven't looked much in the rule book. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? And I'm going to look up and see what it says when you are spawning. Now, I think that, where's the spawn? The spawn part here. You know, I might look this up off camera. I just thought I'd look it up with you and walk through it, but it may take too long to find what I'm looking for. So I think we're going to pause. I'll be right back. Yes, we caught a lucky break. So Brian did not spawn a monster. Let's see what else we get, though. We're going to get a Hellhound in the skull space now. Let's get a Hellhound out. And where's the closest one? This is going to be for Harmony. Harmony is here, so that dog is going to go right there in that space. This one's for Brian, or Ian rather, Ian McFellows. This is going to be another Hellhound. And that is going to go, where's Ian? Ian is in the same hallway. So check this out, Hellhounds abound. And then Joanna Justice is last. We're going to get a Trooper in the candle marked space. And that is going to not be so bad for us. Where's the closest candle marked space to Joanna? I think it's right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, yeah, it's going to be right there. So you can see the monsters are piling up. We got to kill these cultists fast. It's going to be difficult, that is for sure. And Joanna's turn. Now we're going to do some attacks. Sorry, we got some attacks to do. We got let's go over here with Harmony and the Hellhound. The Hellhound has 2 green dice to attack with. It's not an elite. It's not a big bad Hellhound, just a regular Hellhound. And she has, what does she have for defense? I believe Harmony has 1 automatic defense from her angelic wings and 1 die from her straitjacket, and that's it. So this is the attack against her. Now, if the Hellhound rolls a lightning bolt, it will get an extra hit. Let's see what it does. 3 hits. She took 2, so she's going to take 1 damage. And now I say she, you see only 1 shield, but she took 2 because of the angelic wings give her 1 extra. So she has taken her first wound, since I think the only one she has right now. Next up, we got Ian. He is fighting off a Trooper. Now, Trooper's a little nastier. It's got, if it rolls a lightning bolt, it's going to affect his strength, which is not something he cares particularly about. Now, he, again, only has his straitjacket. He doesn't have any meds that he could spend. It's just going to be them versus him. He could get hurt in this. Let's see what happens. Not so bad. Oh my gosh, look at that. He actually defended against the Trooper, and the Trooper did nothing. So it just bounced on Ian right there. Okay, now over here we got the Hound. Now because Brian is hurt, the Hound is going to attack him. Brian does have his death mask on, so he's got an automatic 2 defense. It does not give him any, he doesn't have the green dice anymore. Well, yeah, he does actually. He still has a straitjacket on, so he's going to get 1 blue die. The Hellhound is going to attack him with 2 green dice, and he has 2 shields in defense from his item. Look at that. So the Hellhound did 3 damage. Would have been bad, but he blocked with 2 shields plus the 2 shields from the mask. he is fine, and that is all of the attacks. We defended against all the attacks. Now remember, this is the very first basic scenario. Things get nastier. For example, we're not flipping over these hunt cards as the hunt master finds his way, the warden or whoever he is, finds his way to the asylum to help put us back in our cells or whatever they're planning to do to us. So that is going to be the end of that. And that goes back to our players' turns. We are going to then move this to Brian. Brian will be our first player. Ian McFellows is now able to use his outburst again. His time token came off of that, and there are no more abilities that are stuck with time tokens on them, so we can use them all that are not tapped out by other things. So Brian goes first. Brian is not going to attack the dog right away. Brian's first action, I think this requires an action, right? Usable tap to attack with 3 dice. Normally it says it's an action. This doesn't. I don't know. It says attack. I'm going to assume this is an action. One of his 3 actions. So he's going to roll 3 red dice, a 0 to 1 range. He's throwing it in here. Now he's got the cultist there, but look, it's got the book again. It's unreal. So their defense is nothing. He could kill him out, just wipe him out in 1 shot. But it also has the fire symbol on it. Has this ethereal symbol. When defending against an ethereal attack, target loses all shields. Well, I don't know what that means on the holy water, but you know, it's okay. Target loses all shields. Great. So this is an ethereal attack. I guess if we attacked him with it, he would lose all shields, but he couldn't lose them anyway. That means that the orderly also loses the shield from that, right? Let's just read that again. Ethereal. When defending against an ethereal attack, target loses all shields and does not perform a defense roll. So that, okay, these are the symbols on it here. This is not a movement card, this is an attack card. So this is an attack. This is a ethereal attack. Means that, I'm reading this right. When defending against an ethereal attack, that's this, target loses all shields and does not perform a defense roll. So this is just going to be straight up 3 red damage. They don't get to defend against it all. I can wipe out that whole space and win the scenario right now. Red dice are obviously more powerful. We're going to tap this. Remember, it requires 4 junk to restore, or also restores, or we can use it to restore 4 health. I'm not doing that. We can discard 2 junk to untap it. So we tap this up. We're going to roll 3 red dice. Let's hope we don't roll too poorly. And as he hucks this into the space with the orderly, who's now defenseless, and the 2 cultists. Now, the cultists have 4 health, and the orderly has 2, so we got to roll a lot of damage. Man, look at that. We got 3, 4, 5. Tell me I'm not wrong about this. I read all the stuff. Holy, target loses all shields printed on its card. That means the orderly's bonus shield printed on his card, he loses. The cultists have no shields. Ethereal. When defending against an ethereal attack, target loses all shields and does not perform a defense roll. So that means this is all just straight up damage to that group. Seems like that's right. So I'm going to say that we have killed these 2 guys. They are off the board, which means you're going to read the next part of the scenario. That went fast. I thought we were going to take us a little longer to get there. That means these 2 tokens come off. They're going to go on. I'm putting them to the side just as a point of reference because we have now killed all 4 of the cultists. And this orderly is also gone. That's 3 elite monsters that Brian killed. It doesn't say he doesn't get the junk. He's the master of junk. I gotta look and see if there's a maximum amount of junk you can even hold. I don't know. But if he doesn't, he's going to have this. I'm going to put this next to his board. Tube, glass, and rope. He's got a bunch of stuff again to make things with from that explosion. I guess all the bits came flying into the room and he picked them up, collected them all real quick. That was action number 1. Okay, action number 2. He turns to the dog, the hellhound next to him with his meat cleaver, his upgraded meat cleaver. He's going to get to roll 2 dice because he's only got a strength of 2, so 2 green dice with the meat cleaver. But that's okay. He's got some. Remember, if he rolls a lightning bolt, he can either life drain. He's only got 1 hit against him. I'm not worried about that. Or he can use it to the skull to do double damage, like a critical hit. Let's see what he can do. Now, the hellhound is going to have a defense die of 1 blue die, and remember, it can dodge all damage if it rolls a lightning bolt. Let's see what it does. It rolled 1. We only rolled 1, but we did get a insanity, so that attack basically bounced. That's not great. But we do get another insanity for Brian. That fuels his abilities. I could just use one to draw a med. Because I think in the next attack, so here's his abilities, his passive. This is how we sell. When you gain meds, you gain 1 extra at any time. You can give to an extra character 1 away. That's pretty good. I need to be doing this. I need to be paying attention to that. But I do think his 2 ability is the one who knocks action, attack with a red die, spend a med to add +2 hits, max 3 times. Wow. So we'll take his second attack. We're just going to do his second attack. I'm not going to worry about it. We're not going to do this as a special ability right now. We'll just do another attack because we should be able to get this guy with these attacks. Okay. Sorry, I had something catching my throat. Let's see what we get here. There we go. That's better. Because the Hellhound only has 1. He blocked with a shield. That blocks this one. Takes 2 damage. But that's enough to kill the Hellhound. That was action number 2 on him. And I think for his third action, he is going to give a red med, to Joanna. So when she starts fighting these guys coming in there, she's more effective. And then he's going to spend... He's going to spend 1 med to gain, or 1 insanity to gain another med out of the bag. He does need to gain meds for his quest, but I don't think that's going to matter in this. And once his turn's over, we're going to read the S1G. So he got another red med. That's great. And that's basically it for him. I think he doesn't... Well, we can do some more things, but I think we have to read this next. Okay, so we're going to look at after all cultists, specially marked, Sarian monster have been defeated, read S1G. Well, let's take a look at that. I think something cool happened right now. I don't know. I don't know. Let's take a look. Uh-oh, this is crazy. I guess we're not done yet. Okay, S1G. Such sights to show you. The fatally wounded cultist drops to the ground at your feet. He smiles and whispers, "You're too late," as both his final breath and his ever-damned soul leave his broken body. Questions rack your mind. Are you really too late? Too late for what? And what's that smell of burning flesh? Sorry, smell of burning flesh. You sniff the air around you. Yes, you barely noticed it first. The scent is growing stronger almost by the second. Maybe that's what you need to investigate next. Add the entrance map tile to the board along with the tokens and minis shown below. Now, okay, all right. We're going to do this, and then I got to rearrange some things because we were a little bit out of space here. I'm going to have to, I think, change the hunt track around somewhere, maybe move it somewhere else. Let's see. Okay, it's time to bail. Now, the good news is that was Brian. That was Brian's, I think, first action so far, because the other things I did for him do not require an action. That was only his first action. So we, as you can see, we now know how to get out of here. There's the exit. There, of course, there's some baddies in our way, which doesn't help us too much, but there's also some additional loot to gain. I don't know if you carry the loot across to this next scenario, or if you lose some of it, or get to keep pieces of it. I don't know. And I don't know, are these people outside, this orderly and this state trooper, just normal folks going, what's going on there? I hear a lot of screaming and yelling and stuff. And did he hear the explosion from the holy water grenade? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, and I just think I screwed this up. I think we're not there yet, actually. This is not an area of effect attack. It was 1. Oh, man, I got to put 2 guys back. Okay, it's okay. It's not going to do anything. We can't go out there yet. Just remember that. We cannot go out there yet. So I got to put back an orderly and 1 cultist. So we have not done this yet. Oh, that's a bummer. You probably caught that before me, but that's okay. We got the board set up. We're good. So we're going to have this cultist, and that means this 1 token. So we got a little foreshadowing. We kind of know what's going to happen next a little bit, but it's okay. It hasn't happened quite yet. So we're going to do this, and just remember that we can't actually go out here yet. We have not revealed that yet. We have to kill this guy first. But anyway, the holy water's tapped. I got to give back some stuff, so I only got 1 of the darn junk tokens. However, I can discard 2 to untap it and use it again. I can go 1 action, boom, boom, boom. I guess I could do that. I do have the junk to do that. I think I'm going to. Why wouldn't I do that? I can do this once. So I can get the other cultists. We can activate that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to burn this. So that's some more junk going back in the bag, which will untap this. That does not require an action, by the way. It just says discard. Okay. And then we're going to use it again on the guys. And so let's do that. It's going to be 3 dice, and we're targeting the cultist, which is what we would have done so we can move on with the scenario. We will have to deal with that big bad orderly, though. So let's just roll this. We got him big time, so that cultist did die. That does give him another junk, which allows him to... Wait a second. You know what? He gets another junk. Boosh. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. He's got another junk. I could do that again. He could spend 2 more junk. Get the holy water. I'm just going to double check. That is not an action. From what I understand, that is not an action. Let me just double check that. I don't know, y'all. Is that cheating? I don't know. I can do it again. It would use all his junk, which means that doesn't matter that much. He doesn't really need it for anything. So I could do that, and no, we got this other cultist down. So now we're in the correct scenario where we are dealing with just this orderly, and we now have the exit out. So do I bother attacking? Joanna hasn't moved yet, right? So maybe for his 3rd action. So 1 action, he was there. He took out the dog. So he took 2 actions. So he took 3 actions, actually, because he killed the dog with the meat cleaver as well. Okay, so that's really all he can do. He's going to have to contend with the orderly. It's just, well, this cultist... No, the cultist won't reach him. It's just the orderly. This isn't bad. Okay, so I think for Joanna's turn, we're going to start prepping the way, right? Getting us out of here. I don't know if this is good or bad. We might have to fight some things. What can she do to be really, really effective? So she could shoot the orderly, see if we can kill that. That might be good. She's got her guns. Her guns are up, have the basic... She has the ability to basically upgrade them. So she is going to... Now, it says here, this is what... It said something in the rules that's interesting, and it says here, upgrade an action, upgrade card, use junk. Use junk to upgrade an equipment card or weapon card. Exact cost and benefits are shown on any card to be upgraded. Well, I can use the 3 junk that she has to upgrade her gun, which I think is a good idea, and it doesn't take any actions, right? According to what I'm reading, it just takes the resources to be able to do it. And then, we have upgraded her guns, so she's got an extra green die. And then for her first action, I think she's going to shoot the orderly. So she's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 green dice to shoot with against the orderly's 2. It's just 2 blue, right? 2 blue defense. 2 blue with an automatic shield, and if she gets a lightning bolt, she retaliates with some damage. So, but we got a good chance of getting him. So for her first action, she shoots into the space with the double guns. Let's look at her ability. Leap, she can move, then gain an attack action. She doesn't have enough insanity to do the Smite of Zeus, which would be pretty powerful. That's a 3 red dice area of effect. That would have been nice. But let's see what she gets here. That's not terrible. 1, 2, 3. The bad guy got nothing. He got no defense. So he got a lightning bolt. What does a lightning bolt do with the double guns? Nothing. So it's literally, we got 1, 2. We got 2. We did 2 points of damage to the orderly. He didn't defend. He does have the 1 shield, though, so he takes 1 damage. He's got 1 left because he's got 1 automatic shield. But she does get an insanity token, which puts her up to 4. That was action number 1. Action number 2, she's going to shoot him again. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, this door was open. Okay, let's see what we get here. Well, I don't think we did it that time. Let's see, that's 3. She did 2, so it bounces off. She does, however, get another insanity token. She's at 5. She needs 1 more to be able to use her special ability. And then I think for her 3rd action, she's going to try and get him again. I'm waiting to see. I want to see how this plays out way over here before we run away, because we got to get them out of this. There we go. That's 3 and a lightning bolt. So she's going to take a damage back, but she's got an automatic defense. So it just plinks off of her. That's fine. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. He got 3, so he took 1 more. So we did kill him. We did kill the orderly in that action. However, the orderly, in his death, did reflect a point of damage back to us. Not that that's a big deal, because she has the 1 automatic defense. And she gets a piece of paper from killing an elite monster. That is good. Okay, and that is going to be Joanna's turn. That's all she's got. Remember, she's got her Kevlar vest too, but I don't think I would have used the... She didn't... Oh, yeah. No, that was a retaliation. No, she didn't use the Kevlar vest in that. That's fine. But that was her 3. Okay. Brian... No. Well, I'm out of whack here. Hold on. Brian went. Harmony went. She already went. I'm going to put her down for a moment. She already went. I got a little screwed up when I got ahead of the game there. Okay, we're going to go to Harmony. Actually, she's next. She's got the dog she has to contend with. That's not a big deal for her, really. She's going to have 3 green dice. She doesn't have any special abilities against the dog. She doesn't have the stuff to update it, so she's only going to have... She's going to have 3 dice. The dog has 1, but remember, if he rolls a lightning bolt, he defends automatically. So let's see if she can kill him. Wow, did she ever. She just destroyed the dog with the Battlecross. She doesn't have it upgraded. Doesn't matter. It still did 3 points of damage, and he did not defend at all, so the dog is gone. 1 Hellhound gone. That was her first action. We got to start working our way out. Second action, she'll come to here. She could try and get by the trooper, but she's going to try and take the trooper out. So she's got 3 dice. The trooper, unfortunately, is a little tougher with a brown and a blue die. Does she have any meds? No, she doesn't. So this is just going to be her attack. This is what she gets. See if she can kill it. Oh, man, it defended like crazy. It did not get its special ability. That's good. So there's no lightning triggers. But we got 1, 2, 3. It got 1, 2, 3. So bounced. That was action number 3. That is the end of Harmony's turn. Ugh, that was not great. Okay, Ian McFellows goes next. He has got his spell scroll. Does he have anything else? He can do an outburst. What does that do for him? He can push a boss, any non-boss monster in your space, move 1 space, spend 1 to reduce the time. We could do that. He does have 2 Hellhounds. He could use 3 Insanity to throw his fireball, area of effect with fire effects into there. You know, that orderly probably would have died anyway from the fire, from the holy water, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let's do this then. Ian is going to throw... His first action is going to be spin around here. Well, maybe he should save the fireball for those guys coming. That's probably better. He's going to use a spell scroll, 0 to 2 range, to first attack the trooper, I think. So he's got 3 green dice. He's got no ability to beef that up, and the trooper has the blue and the brown dice still. He does have multiple symptoms. He can do an upgrade. Oh, I do have the spell scroll upgraded, or he can restore health. He's not worried about that right now. Let's just roll, see what he gets, if he can get this guy down. That is going to be, wow, 3 defense and the lightning bolt. So that means he is going to take a strength hit. It's called, here, let me find that for you so I can explain what that is. It's called Infection. Always affects a given attribute. So we're going to put a -1 strength token on Ian's strength, but he does not use strength. So we're going to do that. That's 3. However, he got 1, 2, 3, and then the lightning bolt gives him 4. That's enough to kill the trooper in their space with action number 1. And then I need to get a token. Just a moment. Here's the -1 strength token that will go on Ian's board. And then next up, he can throw... He's going to attack one of the Hellhounds for a second action. Now the Hellhounds only have 1 blue die. He's still got 3 green. Of course, they can dodge. They haven't done it yet. Of course, now they will, right? Let's see. They did not, and I got enough to kill it. I need 1 hit. They only have 1 wound. It blocked 1 and hit with the other one, so that dog is gone. I'm not getting anything out of this, but that's okay. He does get an insanity token. That puts him at 4. That is great. There is that for Ian. He's now at 4 insanity. We're going to blast some fireballs at these guys. And then for his final action, he'll attack the dog again. Now, we're going to have more enemies coming. He destroyed this dog too. So, but we'll weed them down and get the board a little more clear so we can get out of here. Because they only move 1. We might be able to get past them. We don't have to... No, they're going to be in the hallway. That bites. We're going to have to do a concentrated attack on these guys and get out. Okay. That's not wonderful. All right. Well, that is the end of that round, right? So let's do this. That was... Because then Joanna went. We already did her, so we already took her turn. So she's standing there. Then we're going to have this. The huntsman's going to go up by 1. Then we are going to move the monsters. So we got 1, 2, 3. Except we're going to run away, I believe, there. These guys move 1 out of the hallway, so they all move to here. They look over and see these 2 with bodies scattered all around them. They did a good job. This one, this hellhound here, I believe, will move here. He will move... Where's the door out? I missed that on the map. Where is the door out? Oh, I guess it's this. This is the way out right here. It's open. So he can't get in there except for going through here. So he's going to move there. He'll move there. And that's it for movement. Now, we don't have any attacks, but we are going to have some spawns. So let's spawn some bad guys. Now, I still think it's in effect where if I get S1, if I get a event token, it spawns a cultist. So we'll have to see what we get here. We got a trooper, okay. A trooper in the red space. Let's put him back out in the closest red space to Brian. Brian is here. Closest red space looks like it's right here in the hallway. That sucks. That was not what I was hoping for. That's definitely the closest space. Let me see. Without a doubt. Yeah, much closer. Okay. Next up is going to be Harmonies. It's going to be a Hellhound in the blue candle space. The closest blue candle space is right in the room where she got the best weapon on the planet. Put that up there. Then we got, let's see, we got Ian McFellows next. Event. It's going to be Cultist. And where is it going to go? It's going to go in the red space. So we got another Cultist we got to pull out and put in the red space. Where is that going to go? The closest red space to Ian is, well, actually, I took the tile off because I didn't think we'd be needing it, but it's up here. So I'm going to put him up here because I know where that was. Okay. I took the tile off so we could make some room. We were running out of space. And last but not least, we're going to have the one closest to, let's see, Joanna is next. Let's see what she gets. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Well, okay, and what is that space? That's going to go on the green space. Now I'm getting all the events. So the closest green space to Joanna is right over here. Okay. That kind of bites. Well, so here's the thing. We got 2 event cards out of there. They won't spawn. We're going to run. We got to run away from this. And otherwise, we're just going to get mobbed by monsters and the hunt track's going to go down. So we've got to go backwards into the hallway, blast the beasties that are there, and make our way south, get the loot, and head out the door. Once we hit H, we'll see what happens. That H token in the front. And then we'll get out. Hey, sorry for the little mix-up. When I got ahead of it, I thought I killed the 2 cultists, and I realized that symbol is not. That's just a range symbol, not the area of effect symbol. So I'm glad I caught it. But we're back to where we need to be. Let me know. Let me know if I made any mistakes in this one. I got a little off kilter when I made that mistake with the holy water, but I think I corrected course on everything. And we got to get out of here. So, yeah. We will get out of here probably, I don't know, it's probably going to be a couple turns, not going to be good, but I think we can do it. So we'll see how this goes. All right, anyway, that's going to be the end of this episode. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.